a brilliant, brilliant finish.
Here he is, Marcus Rashford. We're just watching this celebration. Marcus, first of all, it's great to see you back in England, and it's great to see you playing like that again. There's obviously Spain is suiting you. How's it all going?
No, it's going good. Obviously learning a lot. It's a new way of football, but honestly, I'm enjoying it all, and I think it's making me a better player. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help the team win, but also to try to improve and be the best that I can.
Marcus, you look like you played happy tonight. I know it's a new. You've gone away into Newcastle. How's it been? Has it been what you expected going to Barcelona? I know you were at a massive club in Manchester United. What's it like playing for Barcelona?
Honestly, it's an amazing experience. I've always been a huge admirer of Barcelona. Obviously, most people my age have watched them play from when we was younger. So it's amazing football, amazing players, and we just want to win as much as possible.
Just to hear the fans behind you, I don't know if you can, Marcus, but the Barcelona fans are singing Rashford, Rashford. I mean, that's, I suppose, when you go to such a big club as well, every single week you have to perform, you have to play to a certain level, and they're obviously buzzing. They've travelled this far to see your first 2 goals for the club.
Yeah, for sure. But they come here, they want to see the team win and the team play good football. And here's not an easy place to play football. I know that firsthand. So I think the first half was very cagey, but I think we done well. We tried to control the game in spells, but it's very difficult to play against this team. And I'm really pleased that we managed to win.
Marcus, can we watch your second goal again?
Yeah,
because it was so enjoyable to watch, and it sucked the life. It sucked the life out of St James's, didn't it?
Top draw.
Wow.
Did you know when you struck it?
It was just a split second where I just felt there was a gap and I could see the far post out the corner of my eye. So I thought just try and get a shot off. And obviously the defensive lad in front was trying to block it, so I thought I'd definitely lift it a little bit. And also when you're going away from the goal, it's difficult to generate the power if you keep it low. So I thought, let me just try and aim high, and then I knew when I caught it, it'll take the keeper some doing to stop it.
Yeah, when we've watched you play from a kid, like that looks instinctive to me. Like when you're at your best, it's when you're free and the shackles are off. Like how excited are you about the next few months and playing with this team?
No, 100%. I'm full of excitement. I'm very, very motivated, determined, and I think just the quality that we've got in the team, that excites me alone. So it's refreshing to play with these guys. I've said it a few times, but the team's so young. They play with such confidence, such understanding of the game, and you guys know here's not an easy place to come, and especially try to play the way that you play. I've won here a few times where we've not necessarily played the way that we wanted to play, but today I think we had a good account of ourselves. We defended well, and like I said, we walked away with the win.
Marcus, what's Hansi Flick like?
He's a top coach, top man manager, and he'll be delighted today. Definitely with the 3 points, but also with the confidence that the team showed and believing in the way that we wanted to play. Because most goal kicks, every goal kick, they're pressing so high, we still tried to play it from the back. They don't work every time, but the times when we got out, I think we looked like a positive team. And with the quality that we have, we can always make things happen.
How good is Lamine Yamal to just train with and to see firsthand?
No, he's a top player. He's unbelievable. He's so young. People, it's difficult sometimes when you play with him. You forget how young he is. But I think with him, we just need to give him the freedom to play football, be happy, and enjoy himself on the pitch. But also today, Jules, Pedri, unbelievable. Every time he receives the ball, he always manages to get us playing forward. So it's top football.
Just a quick one. I know it's the first game of the campaign in the Champions League, but what's the ambitions? Is it Barcelona to win the Champions League? Because probably one of the favourites.
Yeah, it's only to win it. Nothing else is on our minds, and we know how tough the competition is. It's going to be really tough. Last year they almost got there, so this year it's just about improving and try to go one step more.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, look, Marcus, thank you so much. It's great to see you again. Well done tonight. It's lovely. Thomas Tuchel watching Marcus on as well, getting those 2 brilliant goals. As he said there, he knows all about how to play at St James's Park, how difficult it could be. But it was wonderful just seeing him. Sorry to the Geordies watching on, but wonderful to see him playing with such confidence again. Yeah.
Do you know what was interesting? What he said there about how he's come here before. It's difficult to come here in any era, even when Newcastle not got a great side. It's difficult to come here, Shay. But he said he's coming in playing a certain way, and what he meant by that was they carried on playing through the press. Newcastle's press was outstanding, and the goalie was calm. What he showed, we'll praise him later. But I think what he's saying there is he's playing in a team that's going to, in no circumstances are we going to go long and go against our principles, or we play. And I think he enjoys it.
You made a really good point there as well, Joe. When you see some of the pictures with the smile on his face, I think most players in general, when they're smiling, enjoying their football, and he reeled off a couple of names he's playing with, by the way, in Barcelona, some world-class players. But again, you can see he's enjoying every single moment of it. And I think, when we play, when you're enjoying it, things seem to just flow. flow, and it's flown for him again.
All right, guys, we'll focus on the Newcastle side of things after this next break. And the team really didn't they? And for Marcus Rashford, this was his 5th appearance for Barcelona, and only his first and then second goal. And really, I suppose as English people, watching him do well is actually quite heartwarming to see when you consider how difficult his career got towards the end in England.
It's great to see him do well. You've seen the whole story of Marcus Rashford has been fantastic from the start. He become a real icon for the game and everything he's done off the pitch. But what he does on the pitch is superb. When he's at the top of his game, Laura, he can be unstoppable. We just see not enough nights of it like that. But it's great to see him smiling and great to see him back at it.
Yeah.
And when he's at his best, he's an England star. He could be a Barcelona star. He could get into any team in the world. And you just want to see him enjoying his football again. And it was great tonight. Not for Newcastle fans, but tonight, brilliant from him.
Thomas
if he's
Tuchel
doing that
was
in
watching
Spanish
on.
there, Laura, or if he's doing that in English, what you say?
Yeah, can you imagine? Thomas Tuchel was watching on in the stands as well. This is him accepting his Man of the Match award tonight and doing a little bit of a message for the fans. I wonder if he is. I mean, hopefully we're going to get a chat with him, so we'll see how his Spanish is coming along. But what about for Newcastle? For tonight, I suppose literally just Barcelona just had that edge, and Newcastle didn't.
Yeah, I think, I'll go sort of repeat myself here, but they had a few good chances first half, Newcastle, and just wasn't clinical enough in front of the goal, and you always felt that Barcelona, especially probably the second half of the first half, if that makes sense, they sort of got back into the game and they bossed possession and things like that, and it felt like the first goal was going to be huge. If Newcastle had got the nose in front, something to hang on to, something to defend. But then obviously Barcelona scoring, Newcastle had to come out, and I suppose they got a bit of luck perhaps for the second goal. I think it was a poor pass from Dan Burn, maybe. Takes a deflection, gives it off the crossbar, but brilliant from Marcus Rashford. You got to go back to him. Thomas Tuchel watching him, he's done himself no harm at all. And for the Barcelona fans, you can see up to the top right there, they've come a long way to see it. But it's a special night for Marcus personally to score for Barcelona.
Let's have a look at it, Joel, because this was actually the first Barcelona attempt on target, and for Marcus Rashford winning.
Again, Koundé does so well. Look, this is when they pin you back, they get numbers here, and Koundé comes in and floats a flat ball in. And the reason he's able to get so much power on the header is because he's such a good ball, he doesn't have to jump. It comes in, he just pushes himself off of him here, gives himself a little bit of space. Koundé has to put it on as postage stamp for him. It's a wonderful ball, and he's able to just pivot. You see it better from this angle. His feet is he's still standing on it there, and he just shovels it into the foot. It's Pope, no chance. A brilliant header.
Certainly picked up a lot of confidence of that, because 2-0 was pretty exceptional, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a phenomenal strike. We've seen this over the years with Marcus Rashford. He's got a hell of a strike. I remember scoring the Manchester Derby once for United in off the crossbar, a very similar type goal. I mean, sharing that one had a bit of a knock to the head just previous before that. I don't know if he was still a bit scrambled perhaps from that, but again, it's a ball at the top. Probably a poor pass from Dan Burn, but then after that, there's still plenty of bodies to get back to try and defend it. But it's nearly defend the undefendable. It is a phenomenal strike. His quick feet here gets past, I think it's Sandro Tonali, and that's an absolute rocket. I think it takes a little bit of a nick. You see, that's why it dips onto the bar, but I don't even think if it takes a nick or not. I don't think the keeper saves it, Marcus. I'm just talking about your goal here. Well done.
Yeah. And sweating.
He's dripping with sweat, isn't he? Should we talk about maybe the Newcastle and Barcelona game that was played at St James's Park this evening? Newcastle gave it a good push at the end, did everything they could, but just Barcelona too.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, Eddie Howe got it spot on tactically. He went with his real pace in his front three, caused Barcelona real problems. Thierry mentioned it at half-time. We talk about that high line. It's not going to change. You see the situation here, but the pace of Alanga, who just makes that late run, is absolutely blistering. And what a cross this is. And that was actually the second opportunity. That was Harvey Barnes earlier on. Anthony Gordon had a brilliant chance as well. And there's that nice swoosh, as Thierry calls it. That's your back four. But the pace of Alanga is absolutely electric. But he's still got the composure and the quality. What a cross that is. Takes Koundé out the way. And they should have found themselves 1-0 in front, really. And that come a lot down to, the team the manager picked early on, but they just didn't quite have the finish.
Yep. And then if we talk about Marcus Rashford, who did have the finish tonight, scored 2 goals for Barcelona.
Yes.
To come back to England wearing a Barca shirt and have that kind of performance.
It was always going to be the case. It seems that he works like that all the time. And Marcus Rashford happened, although Rafinha does ever so well on the first goal on the counter at the very, very beginning, hold the ball well, and then Jules Koundé, as you're going to see here, will receive the ball, go back on his left. But that header, oof. That's a great cross first and foremost, but the power that it generates now, that's a great header. Very, very Gary Lineker like.
And Gary Lineker, the last player to score for Barcelona.
English, yes, 1989.
Yeah, long time ago.
What about this one?
He even made a 1-2 with a Newcastle player.
Yeah.
That when it's your night, it's your night. Look. look, he was like, okay, let's have one. Okay, well, okay, give it to me. But we've seen that before. I mean, it's a hell of a finish, but we've seen that one before with him. The header, the desire, he had everything. The coach of England was in the stand with his assistant also, watching the game. So, you know, welcome to Barca.
You'll do well to see a better strike than that this season in the Champions League. I'd love to probably know the miles per hour on it. Or is it miles per hour in America? Is it kilometres?
Miles.
Yeah. Anthony Gordon, who we said should have scored in the first half. That's two of England's left wingers who've scored all the goals in a big Champions League tie.
It's a great cross from Murphy, by the way.
Yeah, it was, yeah. But it's Marcus Rashford's night.
Yep, first English player to score for Barcelona, as you guys said, for 37 years. That's how long ago it was, that Gary Lineker goal. Let's listen into what he had to say after the game. Here we go.
More difficult is the header. I don't score many with the head, so both goals is important goals because it helped the team to win. So no, it's very good.
Assist on Sunday and now two great goals. What has changed in your game in the last few days?
No, I don't think anything changed. It's just, you know, a little bit more confidence, more belief. But like always, it comes from inside, from the people around you, the coach, the team. So yeah, it's a good moment, but we have to continue to push.
The Barcelona manager, Hansi Flick, had backed Marcus Rashford to perform in that position. Obviously, Lamine Yamal not involved in the game today because of injury, but this is what Hansi Flick then said about Marcus Rashford after the game.
Talk to us about Marcus Rashford and his two goals, two outstanding goals, but very different.
Yes, of course. This is well, we always see in the training, and he showed today, and I'm very happy for him.
Has he announced himself now as a Barcelona player?
Yes, now of course he's one of. In the offense, we have a lot of good players, and he's one of this. And I'm really happy to have him because he gives us a little bit more opportunities to options to follow the match, and it's great. It's great to have him.
We know he had a difficult time over here in England recently. Are you seeing him grow in confidence, grow into the shirt as part of your squad?
Of course. So for me, Marcus is. I think these two goals, I think it helps a lot, to get the next step, because it's so important that he have the confidence, that he feel okay, he's important and he can do it, and I think these goals are unbelievable for him for the next steps.
It will be interesting to see how Hansi Flick uses Marcus Rashford this season, won't it? What do you expect his role to be? Do you expect him to be a starter?
I think it'll be tough. You think of the two wide players at Barcelona, they're probably two players who are in line on their performances last season, and probably in line for the Ballon d'Or. That's you're involved in next week.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah. Giving you flowers.
No, thanks. We were just about to talk about it. But,
okay.
Did you finish?
But that's going to make
it tough. You know, that's how Jamie is. You know, like.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that will find it tough. I think for them, they've got him on loan. They're paying probably the majority of his wages, but he has to put in performances like that, which gives himself, a real opportunity of being, a big part of what could be an amazing season for Barcelona. A lot of people are saying, myself included, that they will go far in this competition. And he's in his career at Manchester United, he's played for a giant, but he hasn't won giant trophies at Manchester United. It gives him the opportunity now he's at Barcelona to do that.
Okay, good stuff. So, Ballon d'Or, let's talk about it because it happens on Monday. It is, of course, the most prestigious individual awards night in world football. It's the 2025 Ballon d'Or ceremony. It's coming to you live from the Théâtre du Châtelet. How was that? Thierry, was that all right?
I think so.
In Paris, yep. It is a star-studded occasion, as always. You won't want to miss it. We've got coverage of it for you. The Ballon d'Or Awards, including Guillaume Balaguer, live from the red carpet. You know who'll be looking snazzy. It streams live on the Golasso Network and on YouTube. Coverage begins on Monday, September 22nd at 2 p.m. Eastern. I think he will have a big outfit.
Is it prestigious because of the host?
No, I don't think so. I think it's always been prestigious, hasn't it? You were nominated one year, were you not?
I was, but
on the list, I remember.
But don't deflect it. This is now your second time.
Third.
Third.
Yes,
wow,
third.
they've asked you back.
They have 10 years later.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Have
back.
they got an auto cue?
They do, thank God. Hey. Yes, they do. Me and Ruud Holland. Contenders. There we are. Okay.
They are my contenders.
These are your contenders?
Yeah, I mean, listen.
You pick these?
Yeah, I think, for me, they're the top 6 players who I think I watched for the majority of last season, probably in this competition, also for the club form as well. Yeah, I mean, I think it will be Dembele on the back of sort of the season Paris Saint-Germain had as well. But all of those players have got a decent shout.
Are your picks any different, Thierry? What have you got?
Yeah, very different.
So
Those are my 6 contenders.
the Champions League performance is what clinches it for you?
I don't even have to talk. Just looking at the picture, that's enough.
Oh, there we go. Let's watch him in action, shall we?
He was the difference. We can talk about a lot of players, but for me, he should be, and I hope he will get it. I remember saying when Paris Saint-Germain played the Man City and he was on the bench, and Mbappé was on the bench and he came on, I said, if these guys ever find a way to finish what he starts, he is the best player, he will be, and he can be the best player in the world. Obviously amongst a lot of players, but this year, I think he will be crowned the best in the world this year. Then it's a long battle afterwards, but for me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We will find out Monday night.
Genuinely,
won't we?
Kate, good luck. Hope it goes well.
Thank you very
All the
much.
best.
You'd love
Sure
it
it
if I
will.
mess up
I'm
on
sure
the
it will.
auto cue, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll
All
watch
the
that
best.
back. Thank you so much, guys. So we took
After that performance and result tonight?
Yeah, disappointed. I think we were really in the game. I didn't feel we were ever out of it. Disappointed that we didn't score the first goal in the game. I think that was crucial tonight on reflection. But we had the chances to do that in the first half. But it was a really wholehearted, gutsy display from us, maybe lacking the quality to make us win.
That's the thing, it was an aggressive start, wasn't it, with that press? Was that exactly what you were hoping for from your players, and just those half chances couldn't quite be converted into goals?
Yeah, that's what we wanted to create, a difficult environment. High-octane football, that's what we always try to deliver. I think it was there. The intention was there from the players, and it was a really good delivery. We didn't get the bounce of the ball sometimes off of those presses. They do what they do very, very well, and that's why it was such a test for us today. But the chances were there in that first half, and against teams like this, you're not going to get too many, so when they come, ideally, of course, you want to take them. We didn't, and we got punished for that.
You know Marcus Rashford well. How do you assess the 2 goals you conceded from a defensive perspective?
Yeah, I think, of course, we can do better with both. The first one probably more so than the second. The first one we were a little bit disappointed that he's allowed the cross and, of course, the finish. The second goal was an unbelievable finish, but disappointed with how the ball arrived to him.
How is Fabian Schär after his head knock?
Yeah, I don't know. I've not really seen him and had any confirmation of how he is.
As you look at the game overall, though, I mean, how much confidence, how much pride can you take in the performance of the players against a side such as this Barcelona one?
Yeah, I think we can. When the dust settles, I think we'll look back probably differently with the performance. I think it was a good performance. It was a strong effort. But of course, these nights are only magical for us if you win, and we haven't, so we failed in that objective. But I think we will learn and grow our game from nights like this.
And what about just the spirit of the players as well? Because they were slightly deflated, I think, after the second goal went in, but to show that camaraderie really to get back on the score sheet and Anthony Gordon to get his first Champions League goal.
Yeah, I think we kept going to the end. That's what we pride ourselves on. You have to. You're never out the game. One goal was always going to change the mood back into our favour, and I thought they managed the extra time really well because we were desperate for the ball, but we couldn't get it off them, and you have to give them credit for how they played.
Well done tonight. Thank you. Cheers.
Rightly saying there, guys, that we were never out of it. They kept that intensity up, and it was just really Barcelona being able to weather it and have those chances and see them off.
Do you know what? I think any other team, barring maybe PSG, Real Madrid in the Champions League, they perform like they performed in the first 60 minutes. I think they go on and win the game. I think when Eddie watches the game back, he'll see a better performance than what he probably thought. I thought they were good, but this Barcelona team are the real deal. You know, they got quality all over the pitch. They got goal scorers all over the pitch, and they're gonna if they don't win it, they're gonna go close for sure.
Yeah, Anthony Elanga I thought was really impressive as well at parts.
Yeah. I mean, the pace is undefendable at times. You know, we sort of spoke about the Barcelona high line. Anthony was timing his runs really well from deep, and you can't catch him if he gets up the pace. I mean, the only thing I would say is lacking a little bit from Newcastle, not just tonight, but just from the start of the season, is goals. You know, I know Anthony Gordon got one tonight, but you know, go back to the Aston Villa game, they're a better team. Didn't have a sharp end. They got one goal against Wolves here last weekend. You know, they're not getting loads of goals, so I think Eddie will be looking at that, thinking, you know, we need to get Valdemar in, we need to get Vissa fit, we need to get more goals in the team, and then obviously that takes the pressure off the guys at the back.
Barcelona, one of the favourites. Bayern Munich as well. They were in action yesterday. Harry Kane getting himself a brace. How did the two teams compare for you, Joe?
Barcelona are better than Bayern Munich, but Bayern Munich have got quality. Now, I don't think they've got the depth that Bayern Munich have got quality. They haven't got the depth that Barcelona have got, and so I think Bayern Munich are just in that second bracket behind PSG, Real Madrid, this Barcelona, and maybe maybe Arsenal, dare I say?
Liverpool,
Arsenal and Liverpool, yeah. Arsenal and Liverpool, yeah.
I was mentioning Man City. They won tonight as well.
Yeah, well, it's a good result for them, of course. See, Haaland scored again. Not the fairy tale return for Kevin De Bruyne, having to go off when they get a man sent off. But again, I think if Pep can get his team up and running, you just never know, because even Pep said yesterday in his press conference, no one's mentioning us as favourites for this trophy. So that might play into Man City's hands. He might like that, yeah.
He probably likes probably annoys him to the point where he's like, right, I'm going to show you now.
Yeah. I think it's how bad Manchester City have been at times over the last 12 months. I think it's probably sparked him. I think it's freshened him up, because it's like, are the challenges there now? Can you get this team back up to the top? And I think he can. Maybe not this year, but certainly in the next few years.
There was a little shout there for Arsenal.
There was, Laura. Yeah, it's very hard for me to say.
It was very little.
Yeah. Say it very quietly.
Don't call him that.
Harsh.
Very harsh.
We've also got Chelsea, of course.
Yeah.
And they got Jose coming back with Benfica, I think.
Well, that's going to be explosive.
It is,
well, that's going to be brilliant. Well, it'd be great to see him, old friends. Jose's managed Manchester United and Tottenham, but I think Chelsea fans always hold him fondly in their heart, and it'll be a great night.
And vice versa.
Yes, of course. Listen, I think he's Chelsea through and through.
Well, what about Chelsea's chances in the Champions League?
Well, people of Chelsea will say they're world champions, so they must have a chance in this. I mean, they beat PSG in the final, so they've got a chance. I mean, Cole Palmer again this week showed the class he is. He's a fantastic player, and I like João Pedro a lot as well. So I think there's definitely goals in the team. Can they tighten up at the back? That's the only question, Laura.
All right, guys. Look, you've been excellent company. Very lively first half. And for all of Newcastle's chances, guys, no goals yet.
Yeah, brilliant from Newcastle. The place was alight for the first 15-20 minutes, and they could have scored twice with Barnes and Gordon. We'll see in a minute. Everything we expected would happen in the game happened, Shay. It was explosive from Newcastle. Brilliant runs forward.
We spoke about it before, didn't we, Joe, the high line from Barcelona as well. And with Elanga's pace, and now Martin on a yellow card as well, this is a great chance for Anthony Gordon. I just think he gets any connection, this is the goal. He tries to have a swipe at it, Joe, maybe just any sort of connection.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's been brilliant, Gordon. He's led the line. But again here, Trippier, look at it as a counter-attacking football. Trippier gets out, blocks the pass, and then bang, we'll just slow it down there and watch this pace of this counter-attack. The ball comes in here. Elanga does fantastically well. Look at the desire and the drive to get in there and the timing of the run. And he gets in, and it's a wonderful ball shot. He just feeds it into that place. Koundé's got no chance.
I mean, we did mention Garcia, the goalkeeper for Barcelona, before the game as well. It's a brilliant save. We're thinking, can Harvey Barnes come and bring it back to where it came from? I don't think he can. I think he's got a good contact, and you've got to give Garcia, the goalkeeper, some great credit. But that pace will frighten Barcelona if they can see more of that second half. They've
got to recapture it because they started so well, great intensity. Can they get that back?
Well, that's very difficult, Laura. You look at the bench, they look at Walter Mardet. We will see him at some point. Barcelona then started to come into play, a bit of possession football. No, but then there's, they've got to keep up, Laura. This is hard to sustain for 90 minutes, Shay, isn't it? They've got to look at the numbers there. That's proper pressing.
This for me was the first probably 20 minutes of the game. Yeah. They were pressing all over the pitch, and then Barcelona started finding their feet, started getting higher up the pitch, started causing problems. I feel for Tino Livramento sometimes he's pressing high on the left back position, and then when he has to defend, he's 1v1 Rafinha. So just as Joe rightly says, the legs, the energy levels, can they get that up second half again?
It's going to be difficult, isn't it? It got a little bit spicy as well towards half-time, didn't it, between the players? A few bookings, a little bit of tempers flaring. But look, Newcastle, they were on the front foot. They need to rediscover that form.